Hey, what is going on, Ludi Bros Army? Big bro Lamar Ludi sitting down. Super excited today. I just got done watching WandaVision and I ran over here, this final episode of WandaVision, and I had to run, sit down, try to gather my thoughts. I've been waiting this whole time to put out a complete. So there are spoilers in this, but I wanted to put down a complete review of season 1 of WandaVision. So it's 9 episodes long, coming out on Disney Plus. So before we get into the video, what my thoughts were for this season, I want you to go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below, turn on that notification bell. There's a lot of content, trying to drop some regular content for you guys, covering all kinds of different entertainment angles. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump into WandaVision season 1. This was the first Marvel-related series that they've gone ahead and released on Disney Plus, and it did not disappoint. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video. I've gone ahead, I've waited for the entire season to come out before sitting down to do anything for this. So there are spoilers in this, just so you know. If you haven't watched it yet, go ahead, click back out, come back later on after you have to see if you agree with my line of thinking. But for the first episode, I liked it. I liked the show from the first episode. I was always hopeful to get invested in these two characters, in Wanda Maximoff and in the Vision. I like how they were portrayed on the big screen. However, we didn't really get to see the true power of the two characters in the movies. That always seemed like they were the JV squad of the Avengers, and it was good. You know, I was excited when they first announced that they were going to be doing WandaVision. I was excited to see these two characters get a lot of development. So, and that's exactly what they did in these nine episodes for this season. That's exactly what they did. They were really able to develop the two characters. You became kind of invested in their little love interest with each other, and it just felt a lot more complete, putting the final touches on the relationship between Wanda and the Vision that we saw, you know, briefly back in the Marvel movie, The Infinity War. We had a scene there where the two of them were talking, how they were going to try and live their life together. And this season did a great job of actually giving a little bit of background on that. We saw when Wanda created her home there in Westview that she actually had the plans for the house that was that the Vision had, I think, purchased for them, that they were going to be moving into, a place for them to grow old in. And I really just like how this season went ahead and delved deep into the characters. So as the season goes on, we are taking on a fun ride, and it really was a lot of fun. I found myself laughing at a lot of different scenes along the way. I really enjoyed an episode 2 called Don't Touch That Dial, where they're performing their magic act. I thought that was funny. I mean, there was just some good little key moments. Paul Bettany, the actor who portrays the Vision, I actually started to really like his acting skills. He was very funny and just delivering his character with a bit of comedic genius that I didn't really know that he could do. I admit that I'm not familiar with much of his other work, but to see him portray the Vision in this way, I really did enjoy that. And Elizabeth Olsen, I really think that she's, you know, I think she's a good actress, and she did a great job here as the Scarlet Witch. And I think that's something that I really liked about this this season, this, you know, TV series, if you want to call it that, was that the two actors were able to put a wide range of emotion into these two characters. So we're seeing them happy, we're seeing them sad, we're seeing them confused, and then finally when we get down to the end, we're seeing them angry, especially Scarlet Witch. So the final battle, you know, which just came out today, I just, you know, literally turned off my TV and came to record. You know, we're seeing Agatha Harkness and the Scarlet Witch doing battle. Now, something that stuck out to me was the small bit of information when Agatha was reading from her magical book, and she says that the Scarlet Witch is going to surpass the Sorcerer Supreme. That got me thinking, you know, are we, and you know, kind of in a way hoping that we would see the Scarlet Witch take a bit of a villain turn, and she could be the big bad for Doctor Strange, you know, in an upcoming movie. I think that would be a great way to kind of take this series. I'm very interested with what Marvel is going to do, you know, coming up here in the next couple installments of their movies. You know, they did such a good job, they do such a good job of wonderful storytelling and being able to tie up loose ends and get multiple storylines going at once and then somehow weaving them all back together. And I think one of the big reasons why they're able to do that is because they stick pretty closely to the script from original comics, and they've got a lot of tie-ins and throwbacks to original comics. We had the White Vision show up at the end. He was in an end credit scene of episode 8, and then he shows up as kind of a big villain here in the final episode. Oh, I also love the Vision and Vision dialogue, where they're kind of explaining themselves and they're working on this, who am I, what am I, conundrum. And I really like how the two characters, basically it's Vision talking to himself, trying to figure out where does he fit in this world, in this universe. And then we see our original Vision kind of imparting the memories into the White Vision or Gray Vision, however you want to call him. And then he flies off. So now we've got, he's out in the universe. I mean, he's in a world where his original, the original maker is dead now. Tony Stark is dead at this point. And he's in a world without him, so he can't go to his quote-unquote father to, ask questions. So it's very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see now that we've got this character out there. Vision is a very powerful Avenger, and I always felt like the movies didn't do a good job of portraying his strength. But here, I thought it was a great battle that they put on between the, the two Visions. I thought it was a great battle that they put on between the two of them, and that really had me on the edge of my seat, seeing them, trying to blast each other, and they're both phasing in and out of each other's attacks. I thought that was really just a great and well done portrayal of what that combat could look like. Then we had the final battle with Scarlet Witch and Agatha, and that was really cool. I thought that they were going to go with the traditional, Agatha was trying to absorb all of Scarlet Witch's power, and I thought they were going to go with the traditional method of Scarlet Witch giving her more than she could handle, and then she was going to blow up. I thought we were going to see that, but it was a cool twist, and it showed how quickly that Wanda can learn on the fly in battle, where she was then putting runes up on her, the space that she had created there in Westview to then negate Agatha's powers. So that was, a very awesome scene to see play out. I mean, I felt like I was watching a movie. I felt like I was watching one of the Marvel movies at that point. And I like to actually think about it as if you watch season 1, back to back, you can just think of it as an epic movie, you'll have about 4 hours worth of footage. So I would definitely recommend sitting down to do that and just imagining that you're watching an extra installment of one of the Marvel movies. That's how well, this was executed. And then at the very end, make sure that when you sit down to watch, make sure you watch all the way through, because there's 2 end credit scenes that you're going to want to check out. So we're also seeing the Kree are going to be introduced here at the end. Well, not introduced because they've already been introduced, but it looks like we're going to be heading that way. Maybe with a Captain Marvel movie, and now we're going to have Monica Rambeau involved in that. And then we also see the Scarlet Witch. Looks like she's mastering her powers. And it looks like also maybe somehow her children survived, because it sounded like that was their voices calling out for help. So this is just very interesting. Like I said, a lot of it is taken directly from the comics. So you can do, a little background research there, and you'll be able to find some references to, the children that were created by Wanda in the comics. Mephisto, I believe, was the one who helped her make that possible. But this is definitely a step in the right direction for a TV series by Marvel. It has me excited now, looking forward to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series that's going to be coming out. If it's done as well as this is done, then like I said, I envision these as just more movies that are being put out. Just a longer, an epic movie that's being put out. You could sit down and, like I said, take an afternoon, 4 hours into it, grab some popcorn and some Coke, and sit down on your couch and enjoy. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I was thoroughly excited, and I enjoyed every episode of this first season. I don't know if there's going to be a second season, because this kind of wrapped up, the way that it's looking. But I thoroughly enjoyed the entire thing. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you enjoyed WandaVision. And be sure to be on the lookout for that, like I said, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is going to be coming out. I highly recommend that you be on the lookout for that. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Be on the lookout for more content from Ludi Bros Entertainment, and I'll see you guys next time.